Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome again to another edition of the Fight Guys. This is the post-pay-per-view fight of Sergey Kovalev versus Andre Ward 2, man. Amazing fight, great performance by Andre Ward. No real necessity to talk about the undercard other than the little controversy between Guillermo Rigondeaux and Moises Flores. Just briefly, KO.
No contest.
Or
no
DQ.
Contest. No contest.
Why? Given the rules?
Because they both were throwing punches. And it was the first round, so no contest.
Dom?
He was going to knock him out eventually, so I'd rather talk about Kovalev and Ward.
That's why I said short answers here on this one. I honestly didn't agree with it. I thought it was going to be a no contest or a DQ because he did hit him after the bell. I don't care what anybody says. He did hit him after the bell, so I thought it was going to be a DQ. You know, there's been precedents for stuff like that, so that's what I thought. But hey,
that being said, I have to agree with you there. You're right.
So let's talk about the main event. Let's talk about what we all actually came to Vegas for. We came to see it, and people who ordered on pay-per-view, streamed it, did whatever with it. You know, they saw it. Your thoughts on Andre Ward's performance versus Sergey Kovalev, Fred?
Loved it.
I know you did.
Loved it. Give me my 13-minute monologue. Let me get comfortable. I thought Andre Ward put up a hell of a performance, and we were sitting next to each other the whole fight, and I said that Andre Ward is just going to wear him down, whether it's physically, whether it's mentally, whether it's through punches, or whether it's through actually like clinching. You know what I mean? Clinching and throwing punches.
You said all this from the beginning.
Yeah.
It's somehow like you
knew
saw
this.
The future.
I'm really great at picking. I haven't lost a fight yet this year, just so you guys know.
Yes, you have not.
I've won over $1,000 in my gym. So, but anyhow, moving forward, I just feel real good. I feel like President Obama 2008, first Tuesday in November, in terms of boxing. I'm a huge Andre Ward fan first and foremost, you know, because I wasn't covering boxing when he started fighting, you know, and when he's in the Olympics and stuff like that. And I'm just thankful, and given that HBO is doing the Eastern European import-export business in America, I'm really glad that it is officially tonight Andre Ward is the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. You cannot give pound-for-pound fighter to the best fighter in the world who's only fought 10 times with one loss to a journey, quote-unquote journey, although he's beat Gary Russell. I'm just elated. And I also got some satisfaction that Andre Ward keeps up with my work because he actually personally thanked me for my journalistic responsibilities and making sure that the black man wins. Now I'm joking, but anyhow, I'm fucking around. But I'm a huge fan of Andre Ward, and I'm a huge fan that he loves his wife. I'm a huge fan of that he has a family. I'm a huge fan that he takes his faith, and I'm a huge fan that even when it goes rough, and he has the other side, as he calls them, shooting down on him, he still takes the high road. Unlike Kovalev, who walks out, unlike Kovalev, who complains, unlike Kathy Duva, who tells his family and friends to shut the F up, and his wife is sitting back there. So it's just, I feel vindicated. I feel like the 18 months, it's been about 18 months since Ward has come back. It's been 3 fights last year, and we're in 6 months this year, so it's about 18 months total. You know what I mean? So he started off with Brand, whoever he fought at the first fight coming back, but
Paul Smith on
BET.
Yep. And he fought Brand and then Sullivan Barrera. And I'm just elated, man. I don't want to take up too much time, but I feel real good. I'm going to do another video tonight, and that shit might be 3 hours long. But I just feel good. Are you 3 hours long? You trying to cause controversy here? Yeah. The hell? You're just going to be blabbing out the mouth?
I just feel good, man. I feel really, really good. I haven't felt this good in a fight since since Meldrick Taylor beat Julio Cesar Chavez to 11 rounds.
you done your thoughts on what we saw, because you, unlike him, he saw it coming. You didn't. You thought it was going to be much closer. You thought it was going to be better.
Listen, Andre came into this fight with a lot of questions regarding the first fight, and he answered those questions tonight. He was able to neutralize Kovalev's aggression. Really befuddled him, was mentally breaking him down. You could tell, like Fred was saying, he was already winded and tired after the 5th round. I was really impressed because I was not expecting that knockout, and Andre Ward showed the world that he actually has power at 175. Not only is his boxing IQ through the roof, the man can punch, and he just mentally and physically broke down Kovalev. You can tell after 5-6 rounds, Kovalev was having a real hard time just trying to adjust, and Kovalev began to take away that jab. The jab, both men had a really good jab.
Yes, they did. Early on, yes.
But then
Up
after
until probably
5-6 rounds, Kovalev's
yeah.
jab disappeared. You know, he wasn't able to get on the inside, and he's not really good on fighting on the inside. That's Andre Ward's game, and wow, it really shocked me that he was able to break him down and knock him out.
For those who actually saw the live stream while me and Fred were watching it from the arena, I had it at the point at the end of the 6, 4-2. He had it 5-1. Both of us were on Ward's side on that point in time. But there was one thing we did notice from the beginning, and that was the body work that he kept putting in. He kept banking those punches every single time.
Very good
body
investment.
punch, body punch, body punch. When they were in the clinch, you heard Andre Ward complain about Sergey Kovalev and the rabbit punches. What was Ward doing? He was working the body. So no matter what, he was pushing that in there. And it paid dividends at the end of the fight, because that's exactly what got him. Obviously, what hurt Kovalev was the right hand to the top, right on the chin, but the body work is what took him down. You basically chop the redwood down, and then you take it all off, and that's exactly what he did. I understand, yeah, some of the blows might have been a little on the belt line, that you could complain if it's low or not, but again, that's the ref's discretion and the ref's call. You as fans, us as media members, we could debate it all we want, but at the end of the day, reality is that's ref's discretion right there. I don't know if the stoppage was justified at that point in time, because I will tell you this, my thoughts, if it would have gone another round or two, Ward was going to stop him either way.
Yeah.
So, did you save Kovalev for the rest of his career? Or did you just put, like most negative people will go, or most haters will say, an asterisk on another Andre Ward victory, which if you do that, please don't. It's not necessary. Andre Ward proved that he is the better man this night. He proved that he might not have been his best on the first night, but on this night, he proved he was the better man. And as Fred said, he is the pound-for-pound king now. You can't take that away from him. He took out the guy, he crushed the guy who was crushing everybody else. He was crushing the crusher. So it's you just can't take it away from Andre Ward.
He crushed the crusher.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I like the fact that he was able to come back from the first fight and really make those adjustments and really prove that he is the better man. He's pound for pound the best, man.
Like he said in the post fight.
That's to me, and it was very impressive that
Well,
he was able to learn so much from that first fight and go into the second fight a better fighter.
Well, like he said in the post fight, it wasn't one major thing that he changed. It was a bunch of little things that he changed,
Yeah.
and those little subtleties, those little differences, were the X factor at the end of it all. That's really what took over this, and Kovalev seemed honestly like the exact same fighter from the first one. He was banking on his power. He was using that 1-2 pretty well. He was trying to bully Andre Ward into the ropes very early, but like you said, and you caught it in the fourth, at the end of the fourth, he was winded because he squared up.
He squared up.
And
Once
the
a fighter
moment-
squares up, go ahead.
Yeah, no, like go ahead, because it's your saying.
No, I said once a fighter the first fighter to square up, you know fatigue is setting in. You know what I mean? Show his whole body, feet are staggered, close together. I'm like, fourth round, I'm like, Kovalev is tired. And to the average person, you can't see it. But, you know, just little intricacies that you just know. You know, I just thought, you know what Kovalev reminded me of? Mike Tyson against the ropes against Lennox Lewis. Remember
Okay,
when he was like,
yeah.
he just crumbled, and I'm sitting there like the most invincible man in the world. I've seen that happen. Ooh.
Yeah, don't go that far back.
Ooh, the most invincible man in the world crumbled. You know what I mean? And it's just, I'm just happy. And to add to your statement, not only was Kovalev the best man tonight, he was
Ward.
the best. No, excuse me. Yes. Not only was Ward the best man tonight, he was the best man throughout the whole entire press conference, throughout the whole entire build up to this fight. Kovalev walked out not giving media an opportunity to interview Kovalev 2 days ago.
yeah.
And not more important than that picture on the face-off is what we all use for our articles, for our YouTube channels, and everything. That is the money shot that we all need to promote the fight. And he didn't give it to us. So, so just to add to that, Kovalev is basically a crybaby. Kathy Duva is acting like she was the 11th person to the basketball court. You know what I mean? Like, I can't play? What do you mean I can't play? This is my ball. What do you mean? And, you know, it's just, I'm just really, really, really happy. Like, I'm joy. Like, I am, like, oh, man. I wish I could go live. Yeah. You know, if I had a personal relationship with Ward, I would feel that way. But I don't have a true personal relationship with Andre Ward. You know,
Thankfully with the Ward camp though, they're the type of people that actually pay attention to who talks what and how they talk it. Like he knows if you're negative towards him in any way or you're trying to slight him at some point. And thankfully for plenty of us, you know, because there are media members here, you know, Sean Sattel from the Boxing Boys. We have Marcos Villegas and Tino working for Fight Hub. Michelle Dre Phelps in the corner over there holding the camera, even though y'all don't know, is Dante from Dante's Box Nation.
What's going on, y'all?
Yeah, as you heard him. But, you know, it's stuff like that. It's just, I don't know, Ward, he knows who talks. Virgil knows who talks.
Virgil's my dude, man.
Yeah, Virgil's the homie.
Virgil's like
amazing.
Virgil is my dude.
But no, they know media, and they know who tries to slight them in any way, shape, or form. Who tries to throw shade at them. Who tries to put like a cloud over whatever they're trying to do. So they know, you know, and I like it because at the end of the day, they know who to give things to and who not to give things to, but at the same time still give them something because everybody deserves their shot, even no matter what, even if you're being negative towards them. So that's why, you know, I respect their camp, I respect what they do, and I just love the way they work. And for us, yeah, it may have sucked that Ward was gone for a couple of years, but Ward being as active as he has been as of late is a good thing. For the people who say it's not, trust me, it is.
You know, if there's anything that I learned today, and I don't know why it took me so long, Andre Ward is genuinely a special athlete, and you have to appreciate that. I mean, he's just an amazing fighter.
And lastly, do you guys have any closing statements about tonight's on the thoughts? Even Dante, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just say, you know, the consensus going into this fight was everyone already thought that Andre had a slight edge because he was more athletic, but nobody expected it to be this drastic, you know, of, you know, stopping him, you know. But around the third round, you could clearly see that he was on a different level. You could see that Sergey Kovalev, he was extremely telegraphic with just pawing with the jab and throwing the right hand, and Andre Ward had figured it out.
Yeah.
Andre Ward, he was slipping the punches, and what was really impressive to me is the fact that when Sergey couldn't land those punches, he started to come in, like I think you were alluding to earlier, and he tried to get flat-footed, and he tried to fight on the inside. As soon as he did that,
that's not his game.
Ward was like, oh, this is exactly what I was hoping you would do. And that's when Ward started catching him with those check hooks, and it was all downhill. And then about around the 4th, 5th round, Sergey Kovalev, he started throwing punches in almost in slow motion.
Yeah,
you know,
he wasn't
so
utilizing that jab anymore.
Yeah. So psychologically he was fatigued.
He was defeated.
Yeah, he was defeated.
There you go.
Yeah, he was mentally beat already. And it looked like when he kept bending over and complaining, I said to somebody else, I said, it looked like he just might quit.
And finally, just to add on to something that Dante said, for the people who actually did pay attention to the build-up, Virgil Hunter and Andre Ward pretty much told us how they were going to win this fight. You were right. Andre Ward did say I was going to fight to the body more, and that's exactly what he did. Virgil Hunter said that he practiced for the TKO. He trained him for the TKO, for the knockout, and that's exactly what they did. So they gave you the blueprint before, so they even told you the outcome of the pay-per-view before it even happened. They knew what they were doing this time.
And how crazy is it? This is what I love about boxing, the fact that you see Andre Ward fight Alexander Brand, he fights Barrera, he doesn't knock them out. The guy you least expect him to knock out,
Monster.
he knocks him out.
Russian, yeah.
That's what you have to love about boxing.
Somebody upload this to YouTube. I can't wait.
For everybody else like him, enthusiastic, HBO is doing a replay next week on the 24th, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific. Any final statements, Fred?
Ward, thank you. This has been a hell of a, from, I'm being honest, from September of last year, whenever we started promoting this fight, last January.
It was bigger than a fight.
February.
It was bigger than just a fight.
And let me talk
like
about
I keep
that.
saying, Joe Louis, Max Melling. Go ahead.
I actually talked about Joe Louis, Max Melling to Muhammad, as we talk in LA quite often.
Amongst my media members.
I asked Andre Ward, I asked him about the hope that not only has he put back into people of color, because media members, fans, we're afraid to touch the topic of race because it's very apparent. Last month, Oscar De La Hoya, I shouldn't have said his name, did 1.2 million, 1.1, 1.2.
1.1 with the Canelo versus
1.1 with Canelo. All Mexicans.
Yeah.
For the most part. He did the press conference in East LA, not East LA, but
Plaza Mexico.
On Imperial in basically little East LA, not to be disrespectful or demeaning. And whereas you have this fight, it was very apparent If you're a fan, if you're a non-black fan, you're rooting for Kovalev. If you're a black fan, you're rooting for Kovalev. And for Ward, yeah, fucking yeah. And but it's very apparent that there's a huge divide in boxing, and it felt good. It feels good not only when your man wins, but the right man. In my head, the right man won tonight, and it's vindication that consistency pays off. If you're a good man in life, you're going to get good results. If you're a great man in life, you're going to get great results. And that's just and that's if you're a bad man like Kovalev. Kovalev is a nasty man. The things he said to and about Clarissa Shields is disgusting. The things he said online about Andre Ward is disgusting. And how he lost tonight and how his team was disrespectful was disgusting. And Andre Ward always takes the high road. I commend him for that. He is not only a gentleman and a scholar, he's a husband, he's a father, and most higher moniker, he's a son of God. And I think that's as eloquent as you can say about Andre Ward. So for that, I am forever grateful to you, because these last 2 victories have inspired me to unmeasurable proportions. So I just want to say thank you.
I just want to say, and there's nothing wrong with fans rooting for whoever they want to root for. You know, you got a certain fighter, if you want to root for him because he looked like you or whatever the case, nothing wrong with that. But the problem is when you throw rocks at the other team that you're not rooting for. And I think that's where it becomes a problem. Like when we see these big fights and you see the UK fans jumping up and singing, that's cool, you know? But they're not disrespecting, well, most of the time, they're not disrespecting the other team. And it's even like with other sports. You notice in other sports, basketball, football, your team might not be the Cavaliers. But if they win, or Golden State in this case, I guess, but if they win, people still give them props, even if that's not their favorite team, you know? So I wish it was like that in boxing, but you know.
Dom, your final thoughts?
I just appreciate and respect both fighters for all the work they put in and put a tremendous fight. It's just an honor to be here. Seriously, Andre Ward is a special fighter.
Final thoughts? Follow my boy Frederick Hawthorne here at Barbershop Conversations.
You know what it is.
Dominic Verdine over here at Ring TV.
Ring TV and IFL TV.
And also check his channel, Dominic Verdine. He has things. My final thoughts is pretty much this. This is exactly what we expected, the fight we wanted. It might not have came out the outcome some people wanted. Some people wanted Ward to win. I mean, Kovalev to win. Others wanted Ward to win. If your fighter didn't win, just know this. He gave his all. He did everything he could. At the end of the day, the better man won. Take it as it is. And that's how it should be in sports. I know once in a while my team don't win. And yeah, I get upset. But at the end of the day, there's always another fight. There's always something coming up. There's always a new one. So just, if your man didn't win, don't go off this whole racist rants or calling the other team anything else or anything like that. Just go with it. Your dude lost.
That's mine.
Deal with it. And
that's mine.
For the Ward team, congrats. You guys put on a performance of the ages. You guys showed off your skill. And again, you defeated somebody away. No one saw you guys doing it. So it was amazing. It was great. Thank you guys. This pay-per-view itself on its own, the co-main event was worth it due to the drama.
It wasn't worth it.
And honestly, to me it was. I loved it. You want to know why? Because it gave Guillermo Rigondeaux people to talk about it.
Okay.
So it served its purpose.
That's cool.
And then the main event literally served exactly what it was supposed to do. And that was actually showcase 2 of the top 10 pound-for-pound fighters and what they could do.
Andre, but this is proof Kovalev wasn't really as good as we thought he was. Because tonight, it showed
Not
us,
against Ward.
Not against Ward.
Not against Ward. But he's never fought. He's never fought anyone outside of Ward. But I'll say this: Ward showed us a difference between a fighter and a boxer. And what sport are we covering?
Boxing.
Boxing.
And that's what you might see August 26th here in Las Vegas.
In Vegas, not in LA. In Vegas, August 26th. Go to the fight in Vegas.
And also, lastly, I'm Fernando Pimentel of BehindTheGloves.com with association with Pro Boxing Supplies and also the Fight Guys. Subscribe, check our channel. We'll see you guys next time.
All right.